Hello, it has been a while since I have posted a video here. So, hey, right now it's just me. Tyler is actually still asleep because it is snow day number 2 here in the Charlotte area and the schools are closed. So, yesterday I was talking to some of my girlfriends, and one in particular has 2 children under the age of 6. And of course, her kids were excited about the snow, but she wasn't that excited about being homebound with them all day. Not because she doesn't enjoy being with her children. So let me also, to be fair, at least for her, over the Christmas holiday, everybody got sick. So since the middle of December, somebody has been sick in her house. So she has been home quite a bit with her children, and they've not been able to go anywhere. So you add that to being stuck in the house for a snow day, and it's just, you can imagine. And so she was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. We have watched every movie 75,000 times. We have eaten cereal like it's nobody's business. There's been a lot of repetition. And so I was sharing with her some ideas, or in particular some snack ideas and some activity ideas that Tyler and I used to do, and some that we still do, in particular on days when we were home because of weather. And so I figured I'd just share with you all, since I haven't shared in a while. And one of them is not a new thing, but depending on how long you have been following 13 Days for Love will determine if you've seen this post or remember about them. So the first one are called glitter grapes. Very simple. And let me back up and say also that a lot of these things are items that you already have in your pantry or in your kitchen. So it makes it easy for last minute kind of preparation and planning. If you don't have some of these things, it's great just to get them the next time you go to the grocery store to have on hand, so that you are prepared for another snow day or day in. But going back to glitter grapes, very simple, 2 ingredients, grapes and gelatin powder mix of whatever flavor you and your children like. So if it's cherry, lime, lemon, orange, whatever, just you need a box. You get grapes, you wash them, you dry them, and you wet them. And then actually have some here. You can put them in a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware container, and you add the gelatin mix to it and you shake, and then your grapes will be, oh, I need to tell you a story about this too, speckled with the different kind of, the texture of the gelatin mix and the color, depending on what it is. So they're not normally this running. Let me tell you, I intended to make this video yesterday, but then the day got away from me, and then last night I was starting to look tired because I ended up doing a yoga session via IG Live. Shout out to Danielle Terrell. Woo! Thanks, girl. So I'd already made the grapes, hence them being a little watery, and I didn't put them in the refrigerator. So they're not like normally this liquidy because yeah, they're just not normally like this. They look a little bit better. The great thing about this is that your kids can do it. Like I said, you wash the grapes, you wet them a little bit, put them in a bag or container, and let your child add the gelatin powder, and they shake to their heart's content. And if you like your grapes cold, you can put them in the refrigerator for a little while or the freezer, take them out, and it's a really great snack option. Very healthy. This is something that I will make for lunch for Tyler sometimes as well. If, like us, you do not have Jell-O packets or Jell-O boxes in your house, and you keep these flavor packets that you would add to water, you can use this as a substitute. Now, the texture is not the same. This is very fine powder-like texture, and so it almost goes away, whereas with the Jell-O mix, the gelatin mix, because the crystals are a little bit bigger, it adds a small little crunch to it, which is nice for a difference in texture. It gets the job done. I will say that this is also a little bit sweeter in taste than the gelatin mix, but again, you use what you got, right? And so just know that this is an option if you don't have the Jell-O mix. So glitter grapes, very, very easy. Obviously, if you have small children, then you need to be mindful of, choking hazard, but you know that already with your child. I enjoy cooking. I like being in the kitchen, but on a snow day, I don't want to be in the kitchen all day long. And so I'll make a really nice or big breakfast in the morning, but in the afternoon and the evening, I don't really want to be in the kitchen cooking. I like to go outside in the snow and play with my son. I like to read a book. I like to watch movies. All the things that people like to do when they don't have to leave the house. But I enjoy, like, I'm a snacker. I just am. I'm a snacker. And so we graze quite a bit. And so one of the things that I've also done is a charcuterie plate. It's a fruit and cheese plate full of snacks for you and your child. You can set it out on one big plate. Very simple. You put whatever fruits that you like. You know, you can do grapes, cut up some apples, you know, have some peeled oranges, strawberries, blueberries, whatever it is that you like, that you and your children like or your family like. You can add some meat to it. If you have some leftover meat in the refrigerator, be it that it's some shredded chicken, or if you even have luncheon meat, just take the luncheon meat and roll it up. Make it look fancy. And do little roll-ups. Fruit and meat roll-ups. Oh my God, not fruit. Meat and cheese roll-ups. Another very simple thing to do. If you have sliced cheese, you know, the deli section of the grocery stores, usually the sliced cheese is, you can get sliced cheese that's a little bit healthier, and it's oftentimes cheaper. They usually have it on sale. And I'll just take a slice of meat and some cheese and roll it up. It's great for lunch, but it's also great for days like this. They can just eat it and just kind of nibble on it and go. Add some goldfish crackers, something, you know, with a little bit of crunch to it. Nuts if your children don't have allergies. You see where I'm going with this. Very easy. You just lay it out on one big plate, one big platter. People can grab and go as they please. Obviously, if there's cheese on it, you don't want to leave it out too long, just because of concern for dairy items being left out and not being cold. So another great idea. Like I said, I like to cook, but I don't want to be in the kitchen the whole time. Something that's very simple too is a taco bar. You make your protein. So you do your chicken, your beef, however you would make it. I'm a pescatarian, so there's always shrimp. The one thing about making tacos is if you have children or, you know, there's other people in the house, usually you will make for everybody. But by the time you get around to making your own, the protein is cold. Don't nobody like cold tacos where the cheese doesn't melt because the meat is cold. So if you do a taco bar, you make your protein and you set it out like a buffet with all the toppings. I like to make it very easy, so I'll leave the salsa in its container and just put a spoon there. Again, you know, we're older in our household, so we know about double dipping and all that good stuff. But with cheese, I always put cheese in a smaller bowl outside of the bag because I don't like the idea of people putting their hands in the bag and with their fingers and putting cheese and back and forth and all that. So again, a bowl with a spoon, whatever other toppings you like, jalapenos, avocado, whatever. And that way everybody can fix their own. And you don't have to worry about, well, I only like salsa and cheese and I don't want this on mine. And you make your own, so everybody is happy and satisfied. You can also do the same with chili. If you all like to eat chili, make a big pot of chili and have the toppings laid out, buffet style. And everybody can add their own and they get exactly what they want. Also, if you have a crock pot and if you have a favorite crock pot recipe, this is the perfect day to do that. You put your item in the crock pot first thing in the morning. You sit it, let it go. And that way at night, you don't have to worry about having to get in the kitchen and make anything. You're just fixing it and plating it or whatever it is that you made. So those are some really kind of easy ideas and pretty healthy for the most part. Some of these things, you know, kids can get involved with depending on the age. So my son likes to get in the kitchen and help us cook. So I will let him help accordingly if it's cutting some items up or putting things in bowls, mixing, whatever. Another thing that usually most kids like, and let me tell you, my brother and I loved these things when we were little. We didn't get to have them a lot because of the sodium content, but most kids love these things. And by now you probably guessed what it is, but if not, ramen noodles. Ramen noodles, very easy. They're very cheap. You can usually get these for like 10 cents a package, or you can even, like at the Dollar Tree, get a whole case of, I think, 12. It might just be 6, but for $1. I think it must be 12 for $1. So very, very economical. But again, the sodium content is so high that with one flavor packet, you give your child hypertension, which nobody wants, or yourself hypertension. But I will do ramen bowls. So I will make the noodles, and we don't like a soupy broth, and so I'll make the noodles, and then I'll drain the water off. And then I will use less than half a packet of the seasoning, And I will just put enough seasoning on the noodles to coat the noodles to give them some flavor. And then to that, I will add a protein. So we've had chicken, there's some shredded chicken, ham, whatever protein you like. Like I said, I eat seafood, so oftentimes there's shrimp. Or you can even do fish, I guess. I've never done fish, but you can do shrimp. And then our freezer stays full of the frozen vegetables. In particular, we really love broccoli. So you put some vegetables in the microwave, cook them, drain them, and add the vegetables to the ramen noodles. And that way you have a pasta dish that is, like I said, very economical, very easy to make. Again, my son loves the idea of the fact that he gets to have ramen noodles. He still gets the flavor, but he also gets a little more nutrition with the protein and the veggies. So, again, very simple to do. If you like the broth, you can make legit ramen, as ramen, traditional ramen has an actual broth. It's just our family, our preference is we don't like the broth. We just like the noodles. So that's really it. Sorry, I was looking down because I wrote stuff down on a sheet of paper so I wouldn't forget as to what to share with you. So that's really it in terms of, kind of snack items. I'm curious to know, what do you all like to do? What do you like to eat, or what's easy to prepare on days like this when you're in the house for a snow day, or even for a sick day, when somebody's home sick. And again, you just don't feel like being in the kitchen cooking. You need some great options that are easy. For the most part, nutritional. I mean, it is a snow day, so, we usually do movie night, and I'll make some popcorn on the stove. I love stovetop popcorn. And we'll add our favorite candy to our popcorn bowls. So I like Goobers, and Tyler likes M&Ms, and so we'll add that when we're doing movie night, which is another great idea. So just in terms of activities, do movie night, movie afternoon, whatever. Everybody bathes and they put pajamas on. Kids love like camping in, so you put sleeping bags or blankets on the floor, even make a fort, with your furniture, and put, a comforter or sheet over top of some chairs so the kids can sit on the floor in their fort with their snacks. You can watch a movie. So a little trick that I used to do when Tyler was younger on days like this and I was tired and I needed 20, 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half of a nap. We get in the bed, I put a movie on. He's not going anywhere because he is glued to that movie. I can close my eyes and get some sleep, and because I am a light sleeper, if he were to move, I would wake up. But again, most kids aren't going to move unless they have to go to the bathroom when they're watching one of their favorite movies. So it's a win-win for everybody. You get a break, you get a little nap, they get a movie, they get to be entertained, and everybody's happy for the most part. Games, of course, card games, board games, hide and seek. You can do a little scavenger hunt. That requires some work, but a scavenger hunt. Just all kinds of different things to do after you come inside from the cold. Like I said, it takes 45 minutes to get dressed, and then you only spend like 15, 20 minutes outside, and then you're back in the house, and you need things to do. So please share some of your snack ideas and some of your activity ideas and things that you enjoy doing on a snow day or a day when you're stuck in the house. So I hope these things helped. I hope they gave you some ideas. Like I said, please share, comment below, post links or pictures to websites or recipes that you enjoy doing, so that way we can add to our list of things to do and to make for our next snow day. Bye.